Yeah, buddy. I think I'm live again. Okay, all right, all right, all right. Okay, hello. Okay, sorry about that. I think I might be live again with this part two. Hmm, shit. Alec don't know nothing. He don't know nothing. Technology has left him. Technology has left him. Oh, that's me. I was sent information by somebody. Apartment. Uh, Gemma. Who the hell is Gemma? Hello, and welcome back to part two, I suppose. I'm live, so people join in slowly if they see this. What done happened was, as soon as I chose to go share my screen, my Facebook page, try to show some articles, read and talk about it, the whole thing just crashed, bro. Come on. What? So then I stopped sharing the screen and still it wasn't working. So I had no choice but to end that live stream and come back on just to at least say goodbye. I can't just leave like that. It's not proper. It's not proper etiquette. Cannot do it. So sorry about that, first of all. Second of all, please continue to ask your questions if you still want to engage. I'll continue doing this for the next few minutes. If you get people coming back, then great. If not, then I understand completely. And I think this is the type of stuff that happens. I wonder how big channels handle this. Like, how there's no way. Maybe they're not using like a $300 laptop, right? They probably got a $3,000 laptop, which or even a computer desk with proper workstation. But I'm on the go. I'm traveling, and I'm not buying like a $2,000 laptop for a random live stream I do. So for me, it makes no sense. Um, but yeah, we were talking about all kinds of stuff, and I was going to share my screen to see if the share screen feature works on YouTube, which it does not. And if it does, either the audio or the video works, but not both, which is interesting. So, no, it was nothing to do with the internet, nothing to do with the broadband or data package. The YouTube Studio share screen feature seems to be the issue. But that is that. If you guys, I mean, I know I can hear me and see me because I wrote it here. So not a problem. Mm, Now, I'm going to write something here just to see if the chat pops up. Hello, says me. Okay, we're good. Um, Tell me if you guys live in any of the disaster struck areas, either the earthquakes of Cebu or Davao area, or the recent floods that are going through Luzon area recently. Typhoon Ramil was just hitting the Philippines. It just seems like one after another. So I'm sure people are affected, but let me know if you've been affected severely or something like that. What has been your experience regarding these natural disasters when it comes to typhoons and earthquakes? So for me, one of my biggest challenges is getting an apartment. So the best way I would say, if you're coming here and you want to rent in Asia, is to get like a hotel or somewhere you can stay short term for a week until you find something better, right? But because I've traveled so much through these countries and cities, I know which city I want to stay in, which area. And if I, what it do? Hello, the professor. Good morning. Not much, man. We're just doing a live stream. And the problem with me is like, for example, let's say I look at an apartment online. I like the pictures. I want to stay here. And we agree to the price. We agree to everything. And I'm not coming there till like 2 weeks from now. Now the seller has a problem. There's no down payment, so they're gonna ask for a down payment. Now me, the renter, I'm not trying to pay no down payment to somebody I never met or an apartment I never seen. And I don't know if you're the real person, the real owner. If I come up there and somebody's already renting it, so then we have an issue, right? The most I do usually is send my confirmation, I send an ID and my plane ticket to reassure the person I plan on coming and I have nowhere else to stay, and that's the place I want No matter what it looks like in person, I will stay there at least a month. That is challenging. So the best way to handle that would be to typically stay in a hotel or like just pay through Airbnb, at least like a registered platform of a place in the city you want to stay for a few days. Of course, you're taking a hit, maybe you don't get the best rates, pay a little bit extra, but at least you get to be there and see the actual physical apartment before agreeing to pay the price. So I'm kind of in a situation right now where I'm in that exact same boat. But I already know everything. I don't need to stay another extra few days at a hotel, but I think I just have to, just because I want to be sure that I get the apartment without paying a down payment that I may get back or not get back. Sir Crap is here, or Sour Crap is here. Sir Crap. Hello, 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 for sure, said the professor, the professor. Okay, so we got four people watching because if you just came into this live stream, the last one just ended abruptly because I try to share my screen and it crashed the whole thing. So I think it's going to take a few minutes before we reach back up to the 40, 50 people that were watching this earlier. But nothing particular. We're talking about the rise in HIV cases, the number of Koreans committing crimes in the past week in the Philippines when it comes to frauds and overstaying the visas. Um, with the visa situation, if you guys are planning on being here long term, firstly, the Philippines offers an excellent tourist visa scheme where you can stay here up to 3 years without having to leave the country, unlike any other country. If you don't know, you can't simply show up to a country and want to live there. There's obviously immigration rules the same way as there is for Canada and the US, right? So Thailand, the Philippines, these places, they need to be sure that you're not just basically eating up the resources, working illegally. So they give you like a tourist visa for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever it is. It's up to us to go ahead and extend it. A lot of people getting caught and deported and blacklisted, they either fail to do that purposely or simply are just don't care. Time if it's only a few days or a week, you simply pay a fine. Most of these people that get deported and blacklisted because they do it for years. Years is a long time. Stay somewhere illegally. So my recommendation is if you want to live outside the cities that have immigration offices, stay there for at least 1 day, extend your visa in person at that office, then go on to whichever province you want to live at because now you don't have to come all the way back to the city where the immigration office is. You can extend your tourist visa online after your first extension in person. So that'd be my biggest tip for you guys if you want to stay here long term with if you don't live in the city with an immigration office, stuff like that. And the professor says just straight stupid. Yeah, it is stupid. I always wondered, like, what is up with people that don't want to simply stay in a country legally? Do you want problems? Because at some point they take away your passport and they send it off to Manila, and that could take months before it comes back. I don't know about you, but I don't feel comfortable staying in a country without proper documentation and having my passport. And I think this is where like we have to remember that there are people that are very different in this world. People that have no, I wouldn't say common sense. They just don't care. They don't care what happens. They don't care about the repercussions. They think everything is going to be okay. And sometimes it's not going to be okay. And you just dig yourself a bigger hole. So you have to think of the long term effects that you simply being too lazy, being too, like, let's say you don't want to pay the 3 or 4 thousand peso extension, because the second extension is 8,000 pesos. But that 8,000 gets you 2 months or longer, depends if where you go, and it gives you an ACR card, more identification saying you're staying here. So really, you're paying 4,000, a little bit more because the ACR card is like 2,000, whatever. So for $40, do you really want to take on all the headaches that comes with not having proper visa in that country? Now, in Thailand, it's different. You can't stay here more than 90 days. You get 60 days, and then you have to extend it another 30 days. Then you got to get out, come back in. So be thankful that the Philippines offers you 3 days of consecutive stay without having to leave the country, right? So Sauerkraut says they think Southeast Asia is a free for all. It's not. Maybe sometime at some point it was like that in history, but it's not. People are really getting fed up with inappropriate behavior from foreigners, and they're cracking down on this kind of stuff. So if you don't want to end up in a Thai prison and a Filipino prison, it's not fun. And just follow up and keep up to date with your visa situation. And there you go. So the professor doesn't want to deal with any of that. He just gets an agency to do it. He lives in the Koreatown, picked up an ACR card for his VA, VFW, and a mega travel for a visa extension. They do it all. Yeah, if you don't want to go into a place, you don't want to deal with a headache. To you, it might be just too much paperwork. To me, it's very simple. As a tourist, without any kind of VA connection or anything like that, I walk in there, I fill up a form, maybe maximum an hour later, I get it back and I'm out of there. You know, so personally, it's easy because I live in Cebu City and there's multiple immigration offices, and I have no connection, no problem. And I highly recommend going to the Lapu-Lapu one, much faster and better. Excellent, excellent service, very friendly staff, which you don't typically hear from immigration officers. So, yeah, do whatever you got to do to stay legal. Jay says, I'm thinking of linking Remitly with Questrade Invest app. Is there a cheaper alternative to transfer funds? I don't trust Philippines banks. I don't either. I mean, how much funds are you transferring? What do you need it for? Like for me personally, I just take a credit card, go to the nearest bank machine and withdraw money. 20,000, 30,000. Some places do 30 in Cebu. So 20,000 at a time, that 20K lasts me almost 3 weeks, maybe a month in cash because I pay a lot of things with my credit card. I simply tap it and that's it. Big purchases, I pay my credit card. There's no foreign exchange fee for me. There's no foreign transaction fee for me. And I take a 2% hits on any withdrawal. For 2%, it's worth my sanity, and I don't withdraw hundreds of thousands of pesos a month where 2% might make a difference. So it's all good with me. Plus, the bank machines usually give a much better rate than Remitly, anyways. So the fees that I would have saved, I lose out on the exchange rate. So for me, I use a credit card, but everybody's different. There's been times where I've sent myself money through Western Union as well. Send myself 50K, go pick it up, bro. Pay $14 for my bank, and that's it. 14 bucks to withdraw 50K or more. It's not a big deal. Um, the professor uses how much is Remitly? I use World Remit, 49 cents. These are okay sometimes, but you got to be really careful what exchange rate they give you. That's the only thing. They make the money through that. So even the 1 peso difference is significant when you exchange 50,000 or something, or send yourself that much money. So watch out for that. But aside from that, yeah, there's multiple ways. I don't deal with that enough to know much about it. I just know my personal expenses. I pull out multiple times, like 20, 30K at a time, and that's it. And I just take a hit on a 250 peso withdrawal fee and 2% from my bank, if anything. The professor loaded, so he don't care. So yeah, if you're loaded, if you're transferring lots of money, then it might make a difference. But for a regular guy like myself, I'll just take a 2% hit and have convenience. And I'm not walking around or like stashing a lot of money in my house or my apartment where I risk the losing it, somebody coming and taking it or whatever. So that is that. All right, so we have 10 people watching this. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask it. Take a second to hit the like button so we get some more eyes on this live stream. If that's it, I'm going to end it soon. If you guys keep engaging, I'll keep answering questions. If not, then that was just a quick roundup of today's news from the first live stream. This is the second one because it crashed when I tried to share my screen last time. Um, I plan to live on monthly dividends. I can't use Wealthsimple because they don't support non-resident Canadians. Basically, I plan to live with money dividends through Questrade. Okay, so was is Quest Trade not linked to your bank account? Like, how do you withdraw from Quest Trade, right? And then just simply use your banking to deal with money over here, withdraw from your own bank. I know it's like an extra step, but it might be the best option. The professor said, when are you coming back to the Philippines? Right now, I was intending on coming back this Friday, to be honest. But luckily for me, I don't book a flight until basically a few days before, since there's barely any difference in prices, since it's so near the travel countries. And also, um, I didn't, so I got lucky with that because now I will not come back this Friday because I just want these typhoons and earthquakes and all that to settle down a bit. So I'll see what happens maybe. And come on, man. What's happening here? Is it too hot? Because the laptop ain't that hot. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, American officials say, hola, greetings from Chicago. Hola, greetings. Bank to bank is free. Okay, but how do you withdraw from the bank in the Philippines, right? That's where the issue is. I can also confirm the price. Okay, freaking finally. I was waiting for a text for like 4 days to somebody confirm something. Oh, shit. It's good news. Oh, did I scream too loud? Sorry, guys. I just got excited because I really wanted to confirm something. And I'm just like, don't you hate waiting on people? And it's like a professional, like a business thing. So I can't just like send a second text because it looks desperate and it was the weekend. So I'm just like, I should have. Anyway, point is, I hate waiting on people. I even hate waiting at like doctor's offices, man. It's just annoying. Um, okay, okay, okay. Good to know. Good to hear. Now I can enjoy my lunch in peace after this. You know what? I think I'm gonna go out. I'm feeling good right now. See what kind of local fresh food be out here. I'm gonna try to get some kind of stir fry of some kind. I love the spices down here, so maybe like a not really a pad thai, but a pad see or some kind, something like that. It's gonna be great. Or maybe I try McDonald's. They got delicious spicy chicken out here. Oh, McDonald's and KFC, not, maybe not KFC's everywhere, but like McDonald's fried chicken in Thailand is like above and beyond. Delicious. Amazing. Latin American official, nice to meet you, host. Nice to meet you too, my man. Welcome to the channel. I've been doing this for like 4 years. If you guys don't know, I have another channel called Living Abroad where I mainly spent my time interviewing people over the past 4 years. Did over 1,000 interviews by now. I just got tired of going out there and hustling, so I decided to do a channel dedicated to be sitting my ass down in a chair as I get old, get older, do this thing a bit more different. Yeah, right now I'm in Thailand, Latin American official, but I've been based out of the Philippines for the past yeah, wow, 7 years, and mainly out of Cebu City. But I do travel quite often. I have interests in other countries. I'm not retired. I don't have a Filipino wife or nothing. So for me to be in the Philippines at the moment is not necessary. I just finished my Central American tour. Went to Kazakhstan, uh, Kyrgyzstan, and Uzbekistan. Before that, I was in Japan, Vietnam, Cambodia, and then after that, I went to Vietnam, and I'm in Thailand. So the point is, man's is traveling. I'm going all over the place. I'm seeing different things. One thing that was interesting to see somebody in Vietnam last month that watched Asia Now. I'm like, what a small world, because I was in like a random little food court in a random mall. It wasn't even like a big touristy place. So it was kind of neat to see someone recognize me from Asia Now in Vietnam, which is barely covered on my channel, but it's kind of cool to see that. Um, Jay says, I hope you can visit my hometown in Alamino City, known for the 100 Islands. Oh, I hope so too, because, sorry, I'm just looking at this guy's message that's important right now. What? Oh, he just gave me a thumbs up. Um, so, yeah, for sure. I hope so too. Latin American, what is a security virus? Get out of here. Latin American official. I lived in the Philippines for a year back in 2019. I go there twice a year. Awesome. Where are you located? Which city are you based in? Where do you go back to regularly? Do you have a partner there? Is that why? And we have 11 people, but only 6 likes. Guys, double tap your phone or hit the like button. Let's get some more eyes on the stream. Good morning. Sorry, I missed missing. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking, bro. Get the messages coming. I need some confirmation before I make my next moves. Yeah. So I went to the gym for the first 2 weeks I was here, and I was really doing well, and I was really happy to try to get back into shape. But I don't want to gross anybody out. But I don't know if you guys can see. I start getting these like red dots on my hands, and on my feet. I'm like, what is this, bro? Where did this come from? And apparently, it's like some kind of condition where your sweat glands don't sweat properly or something. At first, I thought it was like the equipment I was using, so I start really like sanitizing the shit out of it before I use it. And now I'm like, I don't think that's what it is. I think maybe either I'm getting older or my body's changing, because before the 2 weeks at the gym, I went like a month without, or 2 months without going to the gym at least. I don't really work out, but I was really into cardio, at least trying to get my heart rate up, doing some kind of CrossFit elliptical. But now I'm just kind of concerned. I'm like, is this more than just sweat problem? Because I don't want it to be some weird thing I'm not taking seriously either, right? So I don't know if I should go to a walking clinic. If somebody's experienced something like that, please share. Yeah. The professor says, "I'm surprised my brother Robert Cole ain't got up that. I'm surprised my brother Robert Cole ain't got his old ass up here." You know what? I should send him a message because Robert and I were talking this morning actually on Facebook. So maybe he's out doing something or he's said whatever he's got to say to me already in the morning. No need to continue, right? Plus, I might get off soon, so I don't want to send a message say, "Hey, join the live," and then I get up and leave, right? So I'm sure you'll see this after. Latin American officials say, "Yeah, I've been to other Asian countries as well. Philippines is better because they speak English and more there, for sure. If English is your main priority, Philippines is the place to be. Although I have to admit, a lot of countries surprised me about the level of English they speak there, especially Malaysia. I was surprised how fluent Malaysians were because I had no idea before I went there and what the situation was. Of course, a bit more, I would say, conservative in a sense that it's more majority Muslim country, but it's not really run like a Muslim country. They have a huge like British influence as well. But it seems completely free. You can wear, you can cover up, you can dress as skimpy as you want. People seem to be really chill in Malaysia and really accepting of whoever that comes their way. I did an interview about someone that spent 50 years in Malaysia, I think, or a long time. Like he's a long OG over there and he loves it there. So, depends on what you're looking for. But Malaysia was a pleasant surprise when it comes to English specifically. Um, English, Indonesia was a concern. I'm like, whoa. Like aside from Bali, a lot of places, they didn't speak English. Trying to think. I mean, Taiwan was surprising. They spoke English everywhere I went. So, I mean, maybe because I was in like tourist spots, but Taiwan was surprisingly good with English. Trying to see which other countries. Now this guy tells me this. 14 million. What? Electricity. Okay. Short term. Find some. This guy, man. Last minute. Okay. What are we talking about? Try straight alcohol. That might help. Uh, American. My headquarters there is in Bukidnon, Mindanao. I have a house, but I do travel all over the Pinas. Nice. Looks like you're living the dream, bro. Michael says, "Hey, you're back." I am back, Michael. I just didn't like the way the last one ended abruptly because I tried to share my screen, the system crashed. Latin, Miyasawa is from there. Okay. Why did it take you to 15 minutes to tell me you're back? I don't know, man. YouTube's annoying. The whole thing. People tell me they don't get notifications all the time, and I don't know what else to do because the problem is, yeah, like why would you if you're watching somebody live and they suddenly just stop and you get a notification 15 minutes later, you could be out doing whatever by then, right? Living your daily life because you think that the live stream's over. And then people say, I will never get your live stream notifications. I set the schedule like 24 hours, 12 hours in advance, and YouTube's supposed to send out notification alerts 30 minutes before the live goes up, but still they don't. So I think there's just too many people on the platform, or it's just impossible for something technical I have no idea about. But it takes them a long time that for them to actually do anything about it. Thank you, Latin American official sent a like. If you guys like it, press like. We got 16 now, which is good. We went up from 9 people to 16 people. Last live was like 50 people, so we're getting there slowly. We talked about most of the stuff I want to talk about, but let's see. Uh, 3 months, I can do 13 million. This is not dollars, if you guys are hearing what I'm saying. So it's not dollars. They know what I got, $13 million. If I had $13 million, bro, I'll smack this camera like this, say goodbye, and go be somewhere else. I might do like I hire somebody to follow me around with the camera, edit my videos, and upload it for me. But I will not do this work if I had 13 milli in the bank. Um, so blame the algorithm. I do blame the algorithm. I blame everybody except for myself. That's how I live. No, I'm kidding. I do be getting hungry though. So I got to figure out my eating situation after this. I got some food here, but kind of want to step out there. It's a nice, sunny, beautiful day. Try to see if I can enjoy the surroundings a bit. But that's it, guys. I think I'm going to end this. Thank you for joining me, and apologies for abruptly ending the last live stream. Um, I tried to share the screen, it went black. Thank you guys for joining this live stream, hitting a like, and asking questions. Thailand keeps safe travels wherever you go next. I'll be going back to the Philippines in December, trying to be there for the new year. Awesome. Have a great time. Hope you and your Asawa have a wonderful new year together. Have a good day, Michael. Thank you all for asking questions. Professor, everybody, move your body. Till next time. Bye, everyone. See you. How do I end the stream? There it is. I see it now. Ended.